Hi there, it's Ruth at Artful Stampin'. Today I'm going to be using the the gift bag punch board to make a really lovely gift bag. So I'm using a sheet of vellum and I'm going to be stamping on it and actually embossing on it. You don't have to do this, you can decorate your vellum any way you'd like, or you can just leave it plain. So to allow for the space at the bottom to do the base, put your vellum on your grid paper. Now it doesn't matter if you're using inches or centimetres, basically just be aware that you need either 1.5 inches off the bottom or about 4 centimetres. Right, just need to grab my tool, my embossing buddy, which I've gone misplaced. Okay, I'm just going to hope for the best, and I can't find it right now. So I'm using the bunch of kind of trees from Lovely as a Tree. Not a bunch of trees, it's more like a coppice, isn't it really? Okay, so I'm just going to stamp these across the bottom of my vellum here. Taking care to make sure I ink up all of the stamp. I just want these to kind of go in a row all across the bottom. And it looks like they fit 3 nicely across there, like that. And then I'm going to just pull in a piece of Whisper White, just a strip here, because I'm going to be decorating. Just want the bottom of that to be decorated a little bit. I'm just going to stamp onto that. Put my stamp aside for a second, and I think I might even, I'm going to use this Hostess set here, To a Good Friend. That's a good catch-all sentiment, isn't it? I'll grab my little acrylic block. Just going to get this all prepped up, not in one go, so I'm just going to put that on there on the side, and it will kind of come obvious in a minute what I'm doing. Okay, so we pull in a scrap piece of paper there, pour some silver embossing powder all over it, and I'll come back after I've done the heat embossing on everything. Okay, so I'm just heat embossing the powder, or I'm heating the powder rather, so that it embosses, and I just love the way it just kind of turns. I just wanted to capture that on camera for you because it's just so lovely. You can just see it melting and solidifying on the vellum. There we go. Okay, and there we go. Right, so I've already done that little strip there. Right, I'm just going to pull in my gift bag punch board, and I'm going to sit down to do this next bit. Okay, so I've got a standard size A4 here, and for those of you who haven't seen my videos before, you won't know that I'm a pretty frugal crafter and try to make use of the whole sheet of paper. So this bag is going to make use of every single scrap of paper that we've got here. So we're just going to be using the medium measurements on the board. Whenever you purchase one of these, it actually has all the instructions on there to make 3 basic size bags. So I'm just going to use the medium measurement. So you put your card or paper or vellum, whatever it is you're using, and align it with the line here, start line. Sorry, it says start line down here. And you just make sure everything is really pushed up and aligned there. Punch, and then score at side 2. Now, this paper is slightly too long for the bottom of the board, but don't worry about that. Just try not to sort of jump off the end. Then we're going to score at the triangle, and then score downwards. Now with the vellum, be careful not to score too, don't press too hard on it, because it does have a tendency to tear a little bit if you push down too hard on it. Okay, and then we're going to move the score line to the start line, score down medium and punch, move the score line to the start line, punch, and score down side 2, and then down the sides again. Then move the score to the start line, keep remembering to score across the top, and then score down the length there. And then we're just going to punch. There! Now, in order to make use of every single scrap, like I said, we're just going to cut off the small... So I'm just grabbing my trimmer and the bed fell out. Right, let's move that to one side. And we'll pop the paper in here, the vellum rather, and basically allowing enough space to glue, just cut off that strip at the end. So you're talking about 2 centimetres, about 3/4 of an inch, and just cut that off. And don't throw that piece away, we're going to be using that. Just grab my snips, excuse me, there we go, and just trim off that little piece there. And that's probably the only piece that we're not going to use. Then before we glue it all together, just score all the lines, score and burnish rather, not score, fold. We've done the scoring. Okay, and this vellum is really good quality, so it is quite stiff, so take your time just burnishing all the folds. And I'll come back to you when I'm done. Okay, so I have burnished all the score marks apart from the central ones there, which are not so urgent to do. And then we're just going to glue that all together. So I'm using fast fuse. You can use the tear and stick tape. I wouldn't probably recommend using a wet glue because the vellum isn't that porous. It tends to kind of squidge out from the sides. So you can do it, but just be aware of that and put a very, very fine line of it down. Okay, so that's that. Then just going to peel back these here for a second and put some fast fuse down this flap here. And then so when we open it, you just fold that up and then close that down over the top like so. And then if you use your score tool, just to wave it around at the bottom to really then stick down that flap, and then just very gently squeeze together the top of your bag. Okay, now I deliberately haven't put holes in this one because we're going to secure it with a clothespin. But before I do that, here's just a little tip to decorate it. Because I've gone for quite a kind of a white silvery look, I just want to make this look a little bit paler. So I've got my craft ink pad here, and all I'm going to do is put a little bit of white on there and a little bit of white onto there. And then I have punched out somewhere. Oh, there it is. My little silver flower. I love this glitter paper, it's so pretty. And then we're going to make use of these elements here, and this is going to be just like a little design that I'm going to pop across the top here. So I haven't really got a plan for this, I just thought it would be nice to decorate it somehow, so I'm just going to pop that on there, and then bring this one back over and just maybe layer that then over the top like so. So Actually, I might fold that over and just cut a little fishtail into the bottom of that. So it's all about kind of layering and textures and things. So let's pop a bit of fast fuse on there and layer that up so you can actually see the sentiment there, which I'm afraid I haven't stamped in a very straight line, but I'm sure you'll forgive me. And then what was the other thing I wanted? I was going to play with maybe some silver ribbon, see what that looked like hanging down, just to add a little bit of extra texture. Just tail off the ends there. And then I'm totally in love with this thread right now. So just a little bit of that. And let's have a think. To make this all stick together, I might just use some glue dots, which were in my hand a second ago. Right, here they are. So I wonder if I can just pop a glue dot onto there. And I recommend putting the glue dot just above the metal there, so that it's got a really good anchor onto the wood. Just gonna twirly-whirly this around my fingers. Try not to get too tangled up, just pop that over that like that. And I think to be extra safe I might pop another glue dot on the top of that now, before sticking down my flower, because we don't want that to move anywhere. Ooh. Okay, why is that not sticking? Sometimes these glue dots, when they get a bit cold, they don't stick so well, and it has been very cold here in Wales, like it has been around the rest of the country, I'm sure. I think maybe touching it doesn't help if the oils from your hand get onto it. There we go, that's better. Oh, there's a glue dot on there. Oh, maybe it didn't stick down before. Oh, that's what it is. I actually hadn't stuck it down properly. Right, so then just pop that, put the piece of ribbon there. And if you want to stick the ribbon on, you can do, but for the sake of time I'm not going to do that right now. And then you can put your gift in the centre, inside it obviously, before you close it up, and then voila! There's your vellum bag, all good to go. So there we go. Well, thank you for joining me today, and if you like what you see, please don't forget to subscribe, and do share please with your friends if you think you know somebody who'd like my videos. Hope to see you again soon. Okay, take care, bye.